Mikkelsen was so disappointed with Rogue One that he wished he was watching the prequels. The prequels! With Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, it's officially time to start missing George Lucas. Because the entire thing wasn't green screen and awful. He's like swimming in money. He doesn't miss you. You might have been annoyed or repulsed by, say, Jar Jar Binks, but you could still recognize the character as an honest expression of a specific person's imagination. Jar Jar was not a corporate product. No, he was just an annoying racist stereotype used to sell toys. But Rogue One not only is a corporate product, it feels like it. The difference is as obvious as the difference between a live dog and a stuffed dog. Well, if the prequels were a live dog and Rogue One was a stuffed dog, at least the stuffed dog didn't take a on my carpet. We see a little girl running across a barren plain. She's shot from below, and something in the sight and the angle and the music, which sounds like John Williams but not as good, announces that this is a Star Wars movie. And for a while, that's enough. I don't know if there's a composer out there who thinks they're as good as John Williams. It's like being a swimmer and being like, I'm as good as Michael Phelps. No, you're not. You might even say it's like comparing a live dog to a stuffed dog. The little girl grows into Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso, and Jones makes a good Star Wars heroine. She's young, stern, and capable, and she talks with an English accent, because a lot of them talked that way back then. Back then in the future, a long, long far ago. At first, I thought this was another Death Star, but no. You did? At first, I didn't have the internet. To know that this was the Death Star is to accidentally go on a computer once, and your phone's a computer. You know that a Star Wars movie is in trouble when you start thinking, hey, maybe they should throw in the towel. Maybe the Empire won't be so bad. Maybe it would be better than a war that has gone on for decades. Now I'm concerned for who you were rooting for while you were watching Schindler's List. The last hour of Rogue One, like the last hour of Godzilla, is nothing but a battle scene. You know, we weren't gonna end Rogue One with some sort of action battle scene, but then we were like, hey, this is a sci-fi movie that involves fighting and war. In fact, wars is in the title. But it can't be an exciting battle scene featuring something like the destruction of the Death Star. Of course it doesn't end with destroying the Death Star. They already did that twice. Most of the last half of Rogue One involves a heroic effort to download and transmit a large computer file. Yes, really. And you can't complain about the plot being about downloading and transmitting a large computer file when 1, you already knew the plot, and 2, even if you didn't, you knew it was before A New Hope and you already knew the plot. Jones will probably become wealthy from this, which is the only happy thought to take from the experience. Do you have some kind of personal investment with whether or not Felicity Jones is rich? You looking for a sugar mama? I don't think she's your type, because she's, you know, attractive and rich, and you're a movie critic. But Rogue One is strictly for completists, for the type of Star Wars fans who hated Phantom Menace and yet watched it more than twice. People do lots of things they hate more than twice. Exercise, taxes, watching fake social experiment pranks on YouTube. So you guys let us know in the comments what movie we should do next. Also, if you want to see another one of the Critique the Critics that we did on a Star Wars movie, you can click right there. Also, click down there to see Mr. Sunday Movies gives you every single Easter egg and reference from Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. As always, hit the like button if you had fun, hit the subscribe button if it's your first time here and you enjoyed yourself, and until we see you next time, geek out and game on.